Are we in a housing recession? Or we can call this a bunch of different topics actually, okay? Are we at the front end of a housing crisis? Hell no to all of it, okay? So let me just save you the video here. No, so if you want to stop watching the video right now, you can, but I'm gonna give you the data because I got all the data on my little sheet here, my notes, and we got a ton of tables and stuff like that because I don't just shoot from the hip. The biggest thing I shoot from is live, real life, real world experience. I've done this for 23 years. So I talk from experience, not just watching them puke information out on CNN or the news or garbage like that. And it's garbage, okay? Let's start with this one here. From the St. Louis Federal Reserve, delinquency rates are near record lows, okay? Delinquency rates in 2010 on mortgages got as high as almost 13%. You know what delinquency rates are in 2022? Right now on mortgages, back in last quarter of 2022, we're right at about 2% delinquency rate. So we were at a 4 or 5% delinquency rate, moving up to 6, 7, getting as high as 13% delinquency rate. So the number one reason there's not a housing crisis occurring right now, and there's not one that's going to occur, is because the delinquency rates are super low. They're almost reaching all-time lows. Let me give you the number two reason, and this is a big deal, and this is something that people are fooled by. Because for the last year or so especially, people buying homes were having to go $10,000 to $20,000 to $50,000 higher than the list price of the house. They're like, oh my God, these house prices are insane. Who can afford the houses, okay? From the St. Louis Federal Reserve, from 1991 to 2007, home prices increased 115%. That's more than doubling. Now, I don't really remember people saying back in 2005, 6, 7 that, oh my God, these people are overpaying for the houses, okay? I didn't hear it back then. And trust me, people, I remember every damn thing I hear when it comes to this industry because this is my life and I pour my blood and guts into it, okay? Went up 115%. From 2007 to 2022, home prices have increased 68%, okay? That's just over half of what the increase that we saw in a 16-year period from 1991 to 2007 was, okay? You want to talk about crazy? That's crazy. Home ownership rates, the rate of home ownership, that's why it's the best time to buy right now, people. Right now is great because the truth is we've actually gone down in the home ownership rate in the United States. In 2005, home ownership in the United States peaked at 69%. Today, in 2022, we're at 65.8%. We're at almost a 66% home ownership rate. So home ownership today is below its peak in 2005. And the fact of the matter is the millennials, the millennial generation, that generation, if you made them like a bubble or a ball and started rolling them, the bulk of that generation is not even in the age group of buying a home yet. So the demand is not even there yet of what we will be seeing over the next few years. So the fact of the matter is home ownership right now is low. There's only one direction it's going to go, people, and that's up, okay? By the way, that bodes very well for home prices. Keep in mind, as much as people think home prices just exploded and went through the roof, and they did, okay? They're up 68% from 15 years ago. They're not up as high as people think because the news, which you probably people watch too much of, pukes all of this on you through the television. You swallow it and eat it, and you're thinking, oh my God, this is crazy. No, it's not, okay? From Trading Economics, in 2005, there were 4 million homes for sale. I don't have this written down here. I'm going to be a little bit off, so you have to forgive me on this one. But I want to say in 2005, there were 116 million households in America, and there were 4 million homes for sale. As of 2022, there are 1.2 million homes for sale. And do you want to know how many households there are? There's 130 million households, or right around that number. I'm going to be off a little bit. I didn't get the household data. Well, I saw it. I should have written it down. But ultimately, in 2005, 4 million houses for sale. Today, 1.2 million homes for sale. If you think property values are going down, let me tell you something to Google. I want you to Google this, okay? The law of supply, demand, and prices. Now, I've always heard it as, Khash, it's the law of supply and demand. It's the law of supply, demand, and prices, okay? You have to have prices in there with supply and demand. You have to. When supply is low, such as 1.2 million homes for sale with 130 million households, and your demand, millennials, first-time buyers, coming in strong and getting stronger, take a guess what that does to home prices. But if supply is low, which it is and it will be for some time, demand is even the same, if not increasing, prices only go in one direction. That's up, okay? So the fact of the matter is, from trading economics, due to the inventory in the market, this is not a housing crisis, and it is certainly not a housing recession, okay? So don't swallow that garbage the news says of home values are dropping. God, they just for God's sakes, if you're a newscaster and you're watching this, man, call me. Let's get some good data out to the public and stop scaring them. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting people out there. Stop doing it. Give them the real data, okay? Now, what does all of this mean, okay? The fact of the matter is with supply low and demand the same, if not higher, and it's higher actually, prices are going to be very supported. From the Cleveland Federal Reserve, here's one for you. 23% of the mortgages in the United States back in 2005, 23% were subprime. Subprime were 580 score, no money down, 2 months out of a bankruptcy, currently in foreclosure. I did that loan. And now you're like, oh my God, there's a guy that ruined the whole world. Okay, no, I didn't ruin the whole damn world. Tough, okay? And I'll fight that fight any day of the week you feel like it. So make your comments and let's go. We'll go to war, okay? That was a subprime loan. Since January 1st of 2007, we have done exactly this many of them. Zero, none. We haven't done one in 15 years. Before then, 23% of the loans were like that. I could start getting the data out. I want to say in California, 49% of the mortgages were pay option arms, okay? I mean, I think 35% of the mortgages were adjustable rate mortgages back then. Today, it's 2% of the mortgages are adjustable rate. So think about that one. I don't have that table here on this one. Well, we'll throw it up. As a matter of fact, I don't have it in front of me. But 35% of the mortgages in 2005 in the United States were adjustable rate mortgages. Today, in 2022, only 2% are adjustable rate mortgages. Investor loans, more than half of the foreclosures in 2010 were investor loans. You show me an investor, and I'll show you someone who's going to have to jump through 10,000 flaming hoops to get a loan. If you're an investor watching this, you know what I'm telling you is the truth. Why is that so good? Simple. You push the investors to the sideline, keep them out of the market for the most part. The only investors you let into the market are the ones that are gigantically strong with finances and all of their income on paper and everything else. You got a big down payment, 30, 40%, good, let's talk. You want to get into, I want to be an investor, but I've got no money to work with. I got garbage credit and I don't show any income because I've never had a real job. Get lost. You're not buying a house. We used to give those people loans back then for investor properties. That's why they all went into foreclosure, for God's sakes. But my industry learned its lesson. We stopped. And guess what? Today in 2022, we're stronger than hell. Okay? So right now in the United States, there's a price deceleration, not a decline. There's no drop in prices. It's simply not going up as fast, okay? This is a housing opportunity, okay? 6 months ago, if you were a first-time home buyer, unless mommy and daddy were giving you, God knows, 50% down, or you had Godzilla behind you with cash, or some conglomerate out of San Francisco hedge fund billion-dollar corporation was buying everything up, paying cash for it, you'd have no chance to get into a house. Today, right now, this is your opportunity, okay? This is your chance. Right now, this is the best opportunity that we have seen in housing for buyers that don't have 50% down or cash to pay or something like that. There's a housing opportunity. Right now, we are returning to normalcy, okay? Did it take raising the rates and slowing the market down to do it? Yes, but you want to know, it's good in the end of the day. I was the guy that at the end of the day was saying, getting rid of subprime is good. Did I close less loans? Have I closed less loans? Did it hurt my business? Did that cost? Did I lose money on that? Yes, but I said I would rather have the market the way it is and be doing less business and have a strong market long term than be giving everybody a loan and watching the thing go up and down like a roller coaster, okay? This is a return to normalcy. Investors are gone, huge down payment conventionals are gone, going 50,000 over the list price is gone. There's a lot of reasons why this is not a housing recession. This is a housing opportunity. This is your time to get into the market. This is the best time to get into the market. And actually moving forward, coming up next year in 2023, it's gonna be a great year, but you gotta keep watching my videos and following along. I cover all of this stuff. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure you like and comment on it. Put all of your comments on it, even your comments that you have no idea what you're talking about from the people that post stuff that's just like, go get a job for God's sakes anyways. But besides that, follow my upcoming videos. We'll talk later. Share this on your page. Thanks so much.